Good morning and welcome to Coffee Ann, the longest-running panel discussion show in American radio. To make a comment or ask a question to the panel, call 401-766-1240 or email coffee@woonsockеtradio.com. And now, let's join the Coffee Ann panel. Good morning, everybody. Nice to have you with us here on Coffee Ann on WOON AM and FM stereo radio and, of course, WOON TV. And here, making her debut on WOON TV, is Melissa Smith. I hope you're entertained by the whole thing.
I am.
Yes.
I absolutely am.
Absolutely am entertained by the whole thing.
Good morning, everybody.
We've been making a big deal of it all this week because some of our older folks think that's stupid, and some of the younger folks who listen into us say, "Hey, cute."
I think it's cute. It's cute.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
Sounds good to me.
I don't know if I steered that for a compliment, like saying that the younger people think it's cute.
Well,
but
you're also
that's
hosting
not what I
the
meant
show.
to
I'm not
do.
going
She's
to
younger,
argue with
Dave,
you.
in case you
That's
haven't
not what I
noticed.
meant to do, but I was with Nancy yesterday, and Nancy says, "Oh, it makes me vomit." Sorry, Nancy. What can I say? And Tim Draper is there, too. Did I not hear Tim's voice? I
You
did.
did greetings and salutations all.
Here you go. Nice to have you with us.
Good morning, Gene. I know. He is listening every week.
I know.
He
Good.
is.
Good for him.
So I think you missed the story a few weeks back that there's, and I can officially acknowledge it because he gave me permission to
Is
acknowledge
this
it.
my friend Gene Peliquin you're talking about?
You know who
Absolutely,
we're
yep.
talking about.
Oh, Gene and I, buds, go way, way back.
Everybody knows Gene,
Yep.
and Gene is a very dear friend of mine, and we've gotten to know each other quite a bit over the years, and he now resides with us at St. Antoine. And
Is that where he is?
So it came
I wonder
about.
why I didn't see him driving around town.
Nope, and no, he is the mayor of our building, and so
Does that surprise you,
and
Dave?
he's also probably responsible for keeping me at capacity for the last several
there you go.
years that he's resided with us. But yeah, so somehow
could
it
be
came
worse.
up one day, and I don't know if I said it or Tim said it.
I think I said it as just.
And I was
the
like,
way
"There's only one person that I
noticed.
know that says that," and coincidentally, it was the same person, obviously. But no finer gentleman in the world exists,
No,
and he
seriously.
does appropriately greet everybody the same way consistently, and it's it's a throwback. It's a gentleman greeting, and I love it.
He has been an inspiration for me for many years,
Mm-hmm.
and at the same time, a terrible disappointment that I don't attain that level.
Oh, it's
It's something for me to aspire is his demeanor.
What I'll do is because I'll tie in my message along with this, but
Can you give you a message? You don't have your name tag on.
Oh, geez.
Is that a law? I don't
It's
know.
not a law. I'll dig
Oh,
it out.
okay.
I've been here long enough. Everyone knows who I'm. Oh yeah, let me be Tim today.
You
Hold
can
on.
be, you can be Tim today.
Yeah, Tim's got his name tag on.
So I don't even know if on the TV if they can even read a name tag. Anyways, when
We
it's
make
on
it so
me.
they don't read it.
Oh.
Yeah, we purposely set the cameras up so you can't read.
Okay. Fascinating. Didn't
We-
know that. So why
yeah,
do I even bother?
That's on purpose.
Yeah.
But we can see that it's there.
Okay.
but-
and I always announce who I am anyway.
We
so
want nobody taking pictures and having copies of it. No. Same thing with the street cam. When we put the street cam on the
Yeah.
air, it's out of focus just enough so you can't read the license plates.
Smart.
these are all things I've never questioned before.
It comes.
So-
It's responsibility, and
Yeah,
you
I
have
love
to be
it.
careful of these things.
I love it. So yeah, so for those of you that I'm just babbling on and on and on, and we're talking about where Gene
Sorry, we got
lives and all
time.
the
It's a whole
things.
show ahead of us.
But yeah, so I'm talking about St. Antoine Community. It's in North Smithfield, and we have an assisted living, and we have short and long term skilled care on our property. A wonderful state of the art rehab facility, as well as 2 levels of memory care, and a lot of folks that live in this area really do kind of lean on us for support during challenging times. I'm always quick to remind folks to not wait till a challenging time to come out and learn a little bit about the placement process, so that way you're prepared in the event of an emergency. But yeah, so going back to my friend Gene, I gave a tour yesterday, and it's a beautiful thing that everybody knows him, but then I also have to pack in an extra 2 hours for that tour because they want to sit and they want to talk with Gene and they want to engage, and you're absolutely right, he's touched so many people in different ways, whether it's his work that he's done. I think he was on the board at the Work and Culture Museum.
Yep.
And then of course he was a well-known principal in North
Right,
Smithfield,
yep.
and
An
it goes
educator.
on and on, and educated for many years,
Yeah.
and also just an all-around great guy and
Yeah.
a dad, like a really good dad, and his kids are wonderful. So everybody knows Gene, and so you always have that moment. I'm like, oh, you know Gene?
Not
okay,
surprised.
so I have a tight day. So what we're going to do is I'm going to whiz you around the building, and I'm going to drop you with him in the end. I'm going to bow out.
And then I'm going to leave you.
And Gene knows I love him to death, but it's one of those things that it's an awesome thing to witness. But I also say I got to build in a little extra time if they happen to mention they know him. So yeah. Anyways, thank you for kind of entertaining my story surrounding him, but
we
it's a
love
wonderful
Gene.
community for lots of people. But of course, if you live in the area of Northern Rhode Island, you're bound to know someone who's moved in and trusted us with their care of their loved one.
Gene always made himself known. I came to the station when I was 13. They didn't hire me. When I was 16, they did.
Yeah.
And we met Gene shortly afterwards because you would do something on the air. Gene was listening in, and he would call and either compliment you or correct you or something else. Always in a very gentle, positive, and constructive way. There were those out there who would call in and ridicule you and berate you and that sort of thing. So Gene always stood out.
Yeah.
You know.
He just has an intellect too. I mean, I can say obviously I work with
I
an
don't see
aging
how he remembers all
population.
that stuff.
He's got the sharpest memory, and the intellect is still at a very high caliber. He could put me to shame.
Yeah.
His recollection, history, dates, all the things. But what fascinated me the day I met him. He came in, was meeting him for the first time. I didn't know his history. He shared with me his history, but I didn't know it at the time. But he turned to our receptionist upon entering the building, and he immediately knew her. Now, she's in her 60s.
Mm-hmm.
He knew her name. He remembered her parents' names. He remembered the street she lived on. I just sat there with like my jaw on the ground, and I'm like, this, how many of us in our 60s look like we did when we were young in school? You can't even recognize a kid that was 10 when they're 20. Like they changed so
It's
much.
tough.
He just had the ability to lock in, and he's like, I know you, and I know your parents, and he rattled off their names, the street. I just was amazed.
Yeah, it's amazing. People like that are fascinating me because there are certain people that they can just do that. Their retention is amazing.
People like that belong on Jeopardy.
They do.
Yeah.
Gene should have been on Jeopardy.
Gene should have been on Jeopardy because I
Alex
watched that
Trebek's
show
birthday today.
and I'm amazed. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Oh,
There you go.
Look at
You were
that
talking to
tie-in.
your sister. You missed that part of the show.
Well, I did. And we should really survey the audience. I had made the joke. Everyone here on the panel knows that I always come in on the heels of my morning chat with
coming
my
in
sister.
hot. Here she comes.
It's a
Well, it's
touch
a
point once a
wonderful
week that
thing.
we do. And we have
I'm not so close to my siblings, and I look at isn't that a wonderful thing you are?
we do. We are the best of friends, and my kids look to her as like second mom and vice versa for her boys. But we were actually complaining about my brother on the phone.
It's always complaining about the brother.
But it's always something, and I always come in kind of animated and hyped up after talking with her. And I said, one of these days, I'm going to come in on speakerphone and just let the audience have a little glimpse into this relationship. So I should survey them and see if they'd want that, because I'll bring her on the air. It's fine.
Fascinating
with
show.
her permission, of course.
With her permission,
Yes,
of course.
Well, listen, I mean, I'm up for anything. What the heck? I just called my TV
Joe runs a
service
tight
WOON
ship, Dave's
TV.
all
I'm
over
up for anything, right? Yeah, not bad. Is the message over?
Oh,
I got to
yeah.
know whether to bring
That
up
was over
another
10
subject.
minutes ago.
I just want to be sure. I don't want to cut you short.
No, it's over officially.
Okay,
Close,
all right,
close
there
the
you go.
chapter.
And now for the next message.
I think I took up 2 messages in one spot.
Don't
so if you
worry
want
about a
to
thing.
skip my next one, it's
You'll
totally
get another
fine.
one in a few moments. So we're hanging in suspense. Our sportscaster Lou Mandeville said it so well this morning. He said, "Mother Nature is undefeated. When she says you're not playing baseball, you ain't playing baseball." And yesterday, of course, the Red Sox were going to go, no pressure here, for their franchise-tying 15th consecutive win in the same season. And it hasn't happened in a long, long, long time. But anyway, and then, of course, you got to have the 15th before you can have the 16th and break the record. And it catches a lot of people's attention and stuff like that. But wouldn't you know, it rained.
It rained. It
The only way
didn't
to
just
stop 'em
rain.
is to
It
rain.
was like literally pouring.
Well, yeah, we have 1 to 2
Hard.
inches. We have 1 to 2 inches depending on what part of the valley you were in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I went to the game on Saturday against Tampa Bay, and
I didn't expect them to win against Tampa Bay.
I did not either.
Oh, so I didn't
they won the
expect them to
first
win
2
against
games,
the
a
Yankees
doubleheader
either.
on Friday, and then so on Saturday, I'm like, okay, well, this is going to be it. Every game I ever go to, they lose. So I'm like, okay, they're going to lose. We get there,
Well,
it's
we'll have to
raining.
tie
Who
you
allowed
down.
you to go there?
I know.
Like
Well,
in the middle
it was
of a street.
so we get there and it's raining, and they delayed the game by about 45 minutes. We finally get there and we sit down, and the game starts going back and forth, and they're back and forth the whole time. And I am sitting on the edge of my seat, going, I'm gonna make this. They're gonna lose because of me. I'm here. That's why they're gonna lose. And sure enough, they get into the ninth inning. They're ahead by a run, and Chapman's up there, and he puts two men on base, and I'm thinking, oh, this is so bad. But here we are. We're gonna. And then sure enough, they win it. And I could not believe. We actually took a picture, me and my friends, my wife, with Red Sox win in the background because I needed proof that I was there when they won.
With astonished faces.
Yeah, we were just like, wow, that was unbelievable.
Well, it's nice when they can do that, huh?
It is. And
Of course, it is just baseball.
Well,
like Linda Tebow said that yesterday on the show. It's just baseball, Dave.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, you're one of the biggest Red Sox fans we have on the show.
What I have to say is I have been very honest with this crew that I am not a baseball lover anymore.
Right.
I used to really watch it, and then I'm not going to be a fair weather fan, whatever. We had gotten tickets a couple weeks ago, so we were at the Yankee series.
Oh.
Yeah.
So we feel like we were a little contributing to the beginning of the streak, right? But what I couldn't get over is how fast the game was. I mean, the last time I had gone to a Red Sox game years ago, they hadn't done the pitch clock.
Pitch
so
clock.
it was like a 4.5, 5 hour game, dragged
Yeah.
on, blah, blah, blah. This was like
Plus
over and done
travel
in
time
3
before
hours.
you know
I'm
it.
like,
It's an 8-hour
holy
shift to
cow.
go see a game. Yeah.
It was fantastic, and I said I wouldn't mind coming back again, but I didn't know any players' names. I'm like, gosh, I don't know anybody.
This is all the minor league kids.
It is.
They're all up. I'm like, okay,
Yep.
don't bring any of the veterans back. Just leave well enough alone right now. Let them go and see what happens.
But I feel like there's a little spark coming back, and it's kind of I'm happy for
well,
them.
they're excited, which is good. And I think when winning changes everything.
Yeah.
It changes your motivation. I will tell you that I was at the beginning of the season when they were 14 games below 500. I'm like, you know what? This is just a waste of time. I was frustrated, and I was one of the fans. Sell the team, just like everybody else. But who would have known that they would turn this thing around and be in playoff contention after the All-Star break? No less.
The bigger the boat, the wider the turn. It takes a while, and a major league franchise baseball club with all these different moving parts.
Yeah.
It takes a lot to make a change. You find yourself in a bad place, and it's going to be a while before you dig your way out.
Right. I say this every time I go to Fenway Park. It is the most unconsumer friendly ballpark on the planet.
100%.
It's 100 and something years old as a building, and you go in there and the hallways are narrow, and it feels like I'm somewhat claustrophobic when I go in there.
Yep.
But that's the charm of Fenway Park, I think, and that's what brings people from all over the world.
You feel like you're walking in a basement when you enter it.
Right. It's more of a historic thing. The reason they sell it out is not because the
114, by the way.
114. So it's not even like they sell it out because the Red Sox are great. They're selling it out because the ballpark brings people there.
Yeah, it's historic.
It's
and
a
honestly, we
thing.
brought our girls because they had never been to Allie went last year, but my youngest hadn't. And we brought them just to go, just to kind of check that box. That's been sort of what we've been doing this summer. And they had a great time, but they didn't want to go. They're like, why do I need to go? We're like, everyone needs to experience
Fenway Park
Park once, whether you're a fan or not.
It'll come up in
And they had a great
conversation.
time.
You'll want to be able to join in.
Yeah. I couldn't convince them to buy street meat, though. I'm like, part of the experience is to buy street meat. You got to get a sausage sandwich.
Yeah, but the Department of Health checks all those people.
I know.
It's not
Fenway Frank inside.
When you say street meat, it's got a bad connotation.
Mom,
to
why'd you have to call
But
it
the
that? I'm like,
Department of
that's
Health,
what you call
they all
it.
have to have vendors' licenses.
They
The DOH
do.
has to go after all of them and make sure that you can tell.
You want to be their first customer. You don't want to be their last
I
customers.
want to know what the compensation is for the guys that walk up and down the aisles with beer on their head and goes, "Hey, the Bud Light here, Coors." What do they? How do they make their money? Is it just
agree.
they're getting paid by Fenway? Do they get some of the tips? What? Because they're hustling, man. They are hustling.
Can we talk about the fact that I also was surprised during the game that there was someone walking around from the Red Sox Foundation doing a 50-50 raffle. And I don't know how you felt about it. I kind of had a cringe moment because I'm like, it's expensive to come to the ballpark for a day as a family of
And
four.
now you want
me to
$40.
donate to your... I think you're the ones profiting on this game.
Yeah.
Don't come to me who invested
Right.
in the game already. Did you find it a little weird?
I did, but I know there's a reason for that.
Okay, tell me.
Because there's, as you may remember, in the Red Sox Foundation is a public charity, and for it to be a public charity, it has to get a certain percentage of funding from the public. So the Red Sox can give as much as they want to the foundation, but if it's more than 60%, 66%, then it becomes a private foundation. So this is just a real quick way for them to, in my mind anyway, now that I'm in the business, it's a quick way for them to keep their public contributions in balance, in check.
Right.
Because they probably make, I don't know, I think they said $25,000, $30,000 a game.
So
in total giving, and then they give half of that away.
why couldn't they come up? This is just a theory, because we align in a lot of ways in our jobs, Tim and I, and we're always sort of doing that creative planning for fundraising and whatever else. Why couldn't they do the roundup of the dollar method there, like you do a lot of stores?
Yep.
They round up your dollar and the difference will go to the and have it be that way, instead of a guy walking around with a bucket. I don't think he collected a single dollar from the section we were in, and I'm like, I can't even imagine.
In our section, people are pulling out their credit cards. Give me 10 tickets.
Really?
$40 got you like 200 chances. Give me 200 chances.
I didn't see anybody do it.
Yeah, we had a whole bunch in our section do it. So
Oh.
I guess
Have you been to a game at all recently, Dave, or not?
No, all my games were back in my youth.
Yeah. So if someone's walking around with a bucket
I
for the
got it out of
foundation
my
and you're-
system. It was really great, but then when I looked to see what it took to get it done,
Yeah.
I just didn't.
That's
Done.
crazy.
Yeah.
We park on Beacon Street, $5. Park in the street.
Get out.
Yeah, and we walked quarter mile to the stadium.
We made the mistake.
In the rain.
Yeah, the last time I went, we were at Copley Plaza,
Yep.
Yeah.
and we walked over from Copley.
Yep. But the parking around the stadium is
I
minimum
worked,
$55.
I worked at WHDH was in Copley Plaza at that time.
Yeah.
So we walked over because I knew where the good parking spots were at Copley near the library and the rest of that.
Yep.
So we had a bunch of people. They met me there, and then we all went over to the game. That was the last time I went.
My husband wanted to make the experience as memorable for my girls as possible. So
Take
he's
the
like, we're
T in.
taking the train in. I'm
Yeah,
like,
there you go.
oh dear God. So I wanted to go from
You
Pawtucket
don't
straight
park
up, because
the-
we
you
had
don't
done
park
that
the train,
last year.
Tim.
I know you don't park a train, Dave.
That was funny, Dave. And we had done it last year. Holy Cross had a what did they have? They had a football game in November, whatever it was called, at Fenway, and so a whole bunch of us had taken the train up from Pawtucket to the game. Great day,
Yep.
whatever,
So
and
you
it
go
was
to
easy peasy.
South Station to the Green Line, and then the Green Line in? Or
Sure, I
Orange
followed my
Line's
brother-in-law.
right.
I have no
Yeah,
idea what I did. This time he's like, "Well, I'm not going to go to Pawtucket. Let's just go right up to Braintree.
Yeah.
We'll park in Braintree
Yep.
and we'll go up from there." Wouldn't you know? Of course, it's 4th of July weekend, or it was right around there.
Oh,
Must have
dear.
been the weekend.
Oh, boy.
No, I think it was that weekend.
Don't be busy.
So Braintree was doing like a downtown parade day, and then fireworks that night. I'm like, oh my God, the traffic we hate just going to the train.
I know.
The train was loaded. Oh my gosh. Of course, we had a few crazy people around us on the train, which was not good either. Got into the city, whatever. We did the whole Federal Hill, North End thing.
Yep.
So we made it like a maximized day. But by the time all is said and done, his whole philosophy in the beginning was, let's do this. We'll save money. We won't have to pay a ton for parking, whatever.
Yeah.
But by the time you buy 4 train tickets,
Yeah.
the hassle of the tea back and forth, we didn't get home till so late that night.
Like, why didn't I pay
and
the
my
55
kids were
bucks?
beyond. We were drenched. It was a really hot day,
Yeah.
very sweaty day. They looked like wet noodles. It was just, everyone was like, I'm never taking the train again.
Part of the experience.
It's a little post-traumatic stress. We'll get back there at some point, but I mean, I think I would have rather just driven up and parked and
I love
walked.
public transportation, but the tea is another matter.
We really, if you've been to,
Seriously.
we've gone to DC a few times in the last, couple of years, and of course that's just like the creme de la creme. Their train system
public-
is
yeah.
just
Yeah.
phenomenal.
I
Easy,
was
clean.
just there. And then the National Guard troops at the out on the street at every station.
Yeah.
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 Really great. Where we were, we had to go to the National Association of Broadcasters. They're on M Street, number 1 M Street. There's where their building is. And it's right there in the Navy Yard district. You'd walk right down to Nationals Field. All the restaurants have all been
So
retrofitted
easy.
with
Right.
garage doors that they can open up and
Yep.
do al fresco and out there on the sidewalks and stuff when they're
you've
game
got,
days.
the Audi Stadium there too for their soccer team
Right.
as well. So everything is right in that hub. I love DC.
National Stadium, that whole area
So
is
awesome.
amazing. We got off the train we were over in DuPont Circle when we went last time, and we kind of found our way in the train over to National Stadium because we're going to watch a Red Sox versus Nationals game. And it was fantastic. What an experience. Clean. The stadium was you literally walked on the sidewalk where you were standing. You go through the gates, and then you just walk down to the seats. Literally, we walked down to our seats. It was unbelievable. And
Yeah.
the park is gorgeous.
And you're right. That whole restaurant scene on the river, like
Yeah.
that pocket, is awesome. And you can
Right.
see the housing is just exploding.
National Harbor is a
has.
great place
National
to go
Harbor's
to.
good. Yep.
Although the hotel that we stayed in, which was just on the other side, still in the Naval District, was quite an experience. It was the worst hotel with the nicest people.
Oh,
I mean, I really engaged, and I was happy. Debbie behind the counter, the desk. She was always behind the desk, and she loved you. So, Mr. Dave, how are you? Going over to Congress today? Yeah. Okay, great. Tell them something for me. Really nice people.
Yeah.
But the most miserable night. The rooms are designed awful. I mean, sleeping on a slab of concrete. It was awful.
Was it an old hotel or a new hotel?
Well, I couldn't tell because they redo things. Everything is like freshened up and redone and made to look new.
Yeah.
So I don't know how old the building was, but it was something else. And I won't give the name because the people were just really wonderful. And I left something behind. First time in my life I ever left something behind because I had come back from Congress. We'd left all of our luggage because you have to check out 11. We had meetings at Congress all day. 4:30 we're back, and I got my satchel, just got my notes and my pads and pens and stuff like that, and I put it down on the valet desk, and he handed me both of my bags at the same time, so I had to put it down. Then I had to take off my suit jacket and stuff like that and stuff it in the So we did all that stuff, and then I walked away. Meanwhile, he had seen my little satchel on the table and checked it into the room, so I didn't see it there when I was done getting ready to go to the airport, and I left without it. Next morning, oh yes, we have it right here. We saw your name in it. We're going to call you. Didn't know what time you get up.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nicest people. $377 a night.
That's cheap.
Yeah.
Cheap for Washington.
Yeah. Well, hey, what can I say?
Yeah.
I looked at it and I said, hey, this is what happens. Folks, we have to take a little break about 7 minutes ago. How about a second message here from the St. Antoine communities? Melissa, you have the floor.
I will keep it so short and sweet because I know I consumed a lot of time at the beginning of the hour.
We have no stopwatch on it, dear. You're very entertaining.
Oh, then I'll go very slow and talk very slow. No, I just wanted to do a quick reminder. I know I've mentioned it on the air the last few weeks. Our annual golf tournament, our 27th annual golf tournament, which is like unheard of. I'm not sure many golf tournaments have run as long.
They started them before you were born.
Yeah.
I mean, good answer. With my birthday next week looming, that's a wonderful answer.
Okay.
So August 17th is our annual golf tournament, and it's coming up fast, and I've been away for a week, and I feel like I have so much work to do because this happens every summer. You come back and a lot of people have registered while I was gone and have questions. So, but I'm opening it up to the public because I know there's a lot of local businesses that would love the opportunity to maybe donate a gift certificate or a basket to promote their business. A lot of the folks that attend our golf tournament, because it is sold out and so popular every year, work in the healthcare industry. They're up in the northern Rhode Island area, so it's a great way to kind of just get your name out, buzz out about your business, and also do some good for your community. And so if you want to find out how to do so, you can reach me at 401-767-3500 or email me at msmith@santantoine.net. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We'll be back with more Coffee and right after these important messages.
24 hours a day, 7 days a week, ON is always on.
Krakow Deli Bakery Smokehouse offers authentic homemade Polish food to make your next meal special. Try our many varieties of hot and fresh pierogies with onions and what they call dirty sour cream. Or pick up golubki, kielbasa, babkas, or some fresh rye bread. We also offer a large selection of specialty and imported foods. Open Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays, 9 in the morning till 6 p.m., Wednesdays, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., Saturdays from 8 to 5 p.m. It's Krakow Deli Bakery Smokehouse. Follow us on Facebook and learn about our weekly specials. Located at 855 Social Street, Woonsocket, Krakow Deli Bakery Smokehouse has all the authentic Polish foods you love.
The Coffee and Panel is enjoying coffee from Down East Coffee Roasters. All their coffee is roasted right here in Rhode Island. Down East Coffee Roasters is available at all Little General stores.
Local and live at 99.5 FM.
Absolutely. All right, well, we're here with Tim Draper and Melissa Smith, and it's Coffee and time all around the world. Well, what the heck? I mean, people, it's 5 o'clock somewhere, right? Anyway, I didn't know if you wanted to have a comment on the 37th annual Governor's Bay Day coming up this weekend.
Yeah, parking's going to be fun. I
It's
always
all
find
free.
parking. It is all free, but it's also full. So you got to get there early if you're going to go.
Yeah.
And then the traffic is, I think I heard somebody say this the other day on the show. We did it once, 1 year.
Yeah.
And I won't ever do it again. I would rather go to the beach not on a Governor's Bay Day, pay for the parking.
Yeah.
And have a fairly comfortable experience at the beach.
Yeah.
But everybody goes, especially if the day's a nice day.
Yeah.
You know, and that's just me.
Even
I'm
the
not
beach
a big
bus
beach
is free.
person. I'm a lake guy. I like to go to a lake more than I do go to the beach. But
Yeah.
you know,
Right.
it's just me.
Does
It's
it
just
hold
you.
any interest for you, Melissa?
So, on the heels of just vacationing in South Carolina and getting my beach fix, I'm good.
Were you at Myrtle Beach?
No, we were actually down in Hilton Head,
Okay.
and we actually comboed.
That's a different type of beach
It
experience
is,
than
and
Myrtle
I think
Beach.
I'm traumatized. So
Myrtle Beach is swimming with the dolphins. You can go a half a mile out and you're still up to your knees.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This was, first of all, I will just say, if you've never been to Hilton Head, it is beautiful. It is magical,
Charming.
and if
Yep.
I could do it all over again, I would have done it 10 years ago. It is a biking community. Consider this like a PR for Hilton Head for families listening.
We'll send them
because
a bill.
If I could only go back, one of the things that brought me the greatest joy on my trip was actually watching other kids having the run of the town. It is a biking and running community, walking community, whatever you want to call it, but there's an overabundance of teenagers on bikes with popsicles in their hands and speakers on their hips, not on their phones.
Are they e-bikes or are they regular
No,
bikes?
they are bikes,
All right.
and they are living their best childhood life.
Yeah.
And it felt like the 80s.
Yeah.
It felt safe. It felt easy. The beach was beautiful. I'm going back to the beach, I promise. But anyways, you can go to downtown shopping. You can go out to eat. Everything
Yeah.
is accessible from wherever you're staying, wherever you're renting, to all the main attractions. The beaches. I have never in my life been pulled out of the water so many times because of sharks.
Oh, sharks. Oh, boy.
Schools of fish coming
Yeah.
through, they immediately pull you out because the
course.
schools of fish are going to attract the sharks.
Right.
Every flag meant something different. There were stingray days. There was a
Jellyfish
population of
days,
jellyfish. And when I tell you, it was like you're in the water up to your waist. You can go out pretty far, all the way up to your waist, which is about as far as I like to go anyways. I
Yeah.
need to see my feet. I
Yeah.
don't like to go beyond that. And I will never be the person furthest out into the ocean. I
Yeah.
always have to make sure someone else is.
Yeah.
I envision like soccer, like being offsides.
Well, it's
like
a-
they
it's
need
a-
to be way offsides. I don't need that.
It's a comfort thing. For
I
you.
want them to get eaten by the shark, not me.
Right.
I see.
So that philosophy in mind. Anyways, but one day we were out and I was only up to my knees, and all of a sudden it was very hot, by the way, 115 degrees every day, humidity. And all of a sudden these little kids all around me, one by one, it was like they were getting shot underwater. Boom, 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 boom. Like these jellyfishes must have just infiltrated the area.
yeah.
It happens. Yeah.
That was it. That's all I needed. I'm like between getting called back for sharks, getting called back for stingrays, heat lightning, like what I'm like, I'm done. I'm done. So we would go to the beach and I was going to the pavilion to take showers every hour. Like I couldn't cool down.
Give me a nice pool.
So I'm
That's
taking
what
a
I like.
break. I love Rhode Island
The
beaches.
water's cooler in Rhode Island.
It is. I
It'd be
love
more
it. I love
refreshing
Second
for
Beach.
you.
I really do. But I think for right now, I'm a little traumatized.
You know what's funny? I hate to say this because I'm Rhode Islander and I love Rhode Island, but sometimes I get frustrated with the beaches because it's of that red
Oh, yeah.
seaweed that washes up on the beach, and it seems like every time I go to the beach is covered in red algae, or you got to go through the red algae to get to the other side of it. I'm like, ugh. That's why I like.
Oh,
I'd
so
rather
you're
be
a
in a lake.
snob.
I'd rather be in a lake and have the
My
mush come
elders
through my toes.
explained all of these things to me when I was a young boy. Look, you live in a house. That's the ocean. You're a visitor.
Yeah.
Don't expect it to be like home.
That's
Yeah.
right. That's exactly.
I
Right.
agree, and I do. I'm not naive to think that I am in the shark's home.
Yeah.
I don't need to be targeted. I have important plans in life. I don't need to risk
Be
it.
targeted by jaws.
I don't need to be 15
It's like
hours
Bruce
from my
the shark.
home and have to worry about getting attacked by a shark and then getting hospitalized down there
Yeah,
and then
you'd be on
not.
the news.
You know, I have things going on.
I'm getting the feeling that it's like the relative that you love to pieces but wouldn't sleep over their house.
Yeah. Fact. And you know what they allow down there that they don't allow in Rhode Island beaches, I have to say, is you can bring tubes into the ocean. Like you can float.
Really?
So that was on my mind. I'm like, maybe I need to hit to
Sharks love those.
Dave.
like-
you can say all you want
It's
now.
like
Oh,
a bagel in your schmear.
I'm going to add one more. We were planning on going to one of the there's like 4 or 5 beaches, and one of them had an alligator swimming in it the night before.
Yeah.
And alligators don't normally swim in the ocean unless it's very humid and they need to shed scales off their back.
Yeah.
So when I heard that too, I'm like, oh, come on. I can't, you know.
It's like Armageddon.
Did they have a flag for the alligators?
Not on the public beach that we were on, but the private beach where there was all nesting sea turtles and whatever. They did put a sign up that there was an alligator sighted the night before. I'm good. Like, I don't need to tempt fate.
Yep, I'm with
So going
I get
back
it.
to your, I'm not going to be going to the Rhode Island beaches this week, and I just need a little time away.
It's my elders always taught me, and one of the most wonderful gifts that I received when I was very, very young was just me and my sister Robin. Our grandmother and grandfather on my father's side. My grandmother she owned as a partner half of a little cottage on Succotash Road near what was then Zeno's private beach. And then the state took it over, became East Matunic State Beach. But up with all the little cottages
those little
are
cottages,
now,
yeah,
where
yeah.
they have Captain Jacks. There never any
Right,
Captain Jacks
yeah.
when I was growing up. There was, and the cottage is still there, by the way. But they had that, and they shared it. My grandmother would pick us up the Friday after school let out and bring us down there. We lived there until the Friday before school came back in again.
How
You
cool.
learn what a gift. At the time, it was just like, hey, this is fun. We didn't realize what it would mean to us later in life because we were taught all the different things about the ocean and things like, okay, we don't go to the beach on Sundays. Everybody else goes to the beach on Sundays. Listen, let's not hog the place up. They only get it on Sundays. Let them have their fun. We'll go there on Saturday. We'll go there on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. We're not going to go there on Sundays. Find something else to do.
Right.
But those things, and you were just mentioning about how busy it would be on a Governor's Bay Day.
Yeah.
And you reminded me of a lesson I learned. Hey, share the beach.
Right.
When the rest of the state wants to come down
Yeah,
there
let
and
them.
use it, let them.
Yeah.
You don't have to be there too.
Yeah.
And you certainly don't want to say, oh, what are all these people doing on my beach? Because that's not right.
Yeah.
So go there when it's a good time for you and
I'm
enjoy
very
it.
happy for them. The weather is supposed to be
Gorgeous.
absolutely perfect.
Sunny and 82 all
I mean,
weekend.
come on. So I'm
Yeah.
very happy that it's going to turn out, to be a
Yeah.
great day for everyone who wants to go.
We're a little late here. We got to get off to our break, and we'll do that. We'll start off, of course, with a little message from the Mattress Warehouse of Providence. And Fast Talkin' Susie has a little message for us. She's a sponsor of our weather forecast.
Buy one, get one free on select mattresses at Mattress Warehouse. Plus, get a free adjustable base with select purchases. Enter to win a $100 gas card or a bed gear bundle. Plus, one lucky winner gets their purchase made free up to $5,000.
Cherub this summer.
I told her that speed kills, but she doesn't believe me. So there you go. That's Fast Talkin' Susie with the message.
That was it?
She just did a 30-second message in 10 seconds. I don't know how she gets it done.
I didn't even know he
Yeah.
flipped to a commercial.
It's amazing. It's amazing. Mattress Warehouse of Providence. Wonderful place. Drop on by. See Susie and give her some oxygen. Partly sunny skies today with a chance of showers and thunderstorms all day. And some of the storms could produce some heavy rainfall. Our high temperature of 83 degrees and a breeze from the southwest up to 10 miles per hour. Tonight, partly cloudy skies, overnight low of 58 degrees. Thursday's weather, sunshine in 79. Friday, sunshine in 82. Saturday, sunshine in 82 again. Sunday, mostly sunny, high near 82 degrees. Monday, a slight chance of a shower, partly sunny, 84. And on Tuesday, a possible shower, but partial sunshine with a high of 81 degrees. Presently outside our Navigant Credit Union broadcast studio, it is 76 degrees.
They say in business you don't last very long if you don't know what you're doing. And if that's the case, we must know a thing or two at the Carew Investment Group because we've been in the business since 1987, helping people just like you with their investments. At the Carew Investment Group, we employ a conservative approach to client portfolios by using only the best quality companies available, many of which pay quarterly dividends. We look for opportunities that we expect to go up in value not every day, but over time. And we take our responsibilities seriously and always place our clients first in any investment decision. If you'd like to know more or would like a free portfolio review of your current holdings, you can call Paul or Ed at 765-8880. Our office is located at 2190 Mendon Road, Suite 3 in Cumberland, Rhode Island, and we'd love to meet you and see if we can help you with your investing journey. Securities offered through Bolton Global Capital, member FINRA and SIPC, and advisory services offered through Bolton Global Asset Management, a registered investment advisor.
When it comes to emergency service for plumbing and heating, you can't beat C.J. Nemus, 37 Corey Street in Woonsocket. C.J. Nemus offers over 15 years of experience and is licensed in both Rhode Island and Massachusetts. C.J. Nemus offers complete heating system service, plumbing, water heaters, plus drain and sewer cleaning. So give Charlie a call today at C.J. Nemus, 769-4776. They're registered with the Better Business Bureau. They're a master plumber with quality service. It's the only way and the best way. With C.J. Nemus, call today, 769-4776 for C.J. Nemus.
Military veterans and senior citizens get a 10% discount with C.J. Nemus.
ON Radio.
All right, it's Coffee Ann here on WOON AM and FM radio and Woony TV. I'm Dave Richards, filling in for Joe Callahan, who will be with us again next week, we hope, unless he's enjoying himself so much on vacation that he doesn't come back. I don't think that's a real problem. I don't think he would do that. He's just too dedicated a guy to do that. Melissa Smith is here, but we're going to talk next with Tim Draper, who has the floor, because it's time for a Navigant Credit Union message on Coffee Ann.
Thanks, Dave. Just wanted to remind everybody that if you're looking for a new banking relationship and you maybe not 100% satisfied with your current one, or you just have never really had one and don't really know what to do, I suggest that you go to our navigantcu.org website. On that website, you literally can do everything. A, you can educate yourself. B, you can choose and select an account that might work for you. C, you can open up that account right there online. If you are currently a member, you can get a loan right online, a car loan, a home equity loan, home equity line of credit. If you wanted to get a personal loan, you can do that. If you want to get a mortgage, you can start that whole process online. And that's a little more complicated. Usually there are people involved in that with you, but you certainly can get it started on the website. So, the website is a great tool for somebody who's got a busy schedule, looking for a little automation, wants to get their information quick. We've got a great chat feature on there right now. We're working on trying to extend those hours a little bit more than we have them currently, but if you have a question and it's during our normal day, then you certainly can jump on the chat feature and you'll talk to somebody right over in Smithfield, because we don't employ people on the other side of the world. We employ them here in Rhode Island, and that's really what we try to do. So if you are interested in learning a little more about Navigant Credit Union, go to navigantcu.org. Or, give us a call at 233-4700. Or more importantly, go see Christian and the team up here in Woonsocket, 1280 Park Ave. That's a great location.
Christine, Katrina, and
Yep.
rest, yeah. You put me in mind of the wonderful Navigant commercial we used during our Levitt concerts. It's a TV commercial. You did the procrastination.
Oh, the procrastination.
They
That's my
talk
favorite
about
one.
how badly their bank treats them.
Yeah, it's one of my favorites, actually.
That's
you can see in the
very
commercial.
nicely done.
So you're going to change? Maybe next week.
Yeah, maybe next week. Baby steps.
Baby steps.
Really nice. All right, well, can we talk about some controversy? Some issues that there might be different opinions and things like that. Just
Go
Hit
ahead.
us. We'll let you know. We should have a button. Next, present the topic, and we'll let you know if we're.
Massachusetts is making the news today because they've just certified all of those ballot questions. Because, in Massachusetts, you can get a bunch of your friends together who think the same way. You want to make a change to the Constitution, to anything. You want a ballot question on there. You don't wait for your legislators and your municipal officials to do it. You do it yourself. And a number of people have. I think there's 9 of them. Question number 8 is going to be interesting this time around. I'm looking for... do I have it right? Is it number 8? Hold on just a second here.
Marijuana?
I thought I had it right. Yes, it's the ballot question repealing recreational marijuana.
Man, once that
They've
cat
tried
is out
this.
of the bag.
You
I'm
think
not sure
so?
you
You
can
think
do
it's not
that.
going to happen?
I don't think so. I mean,
And you go backwards.
if
now.
it does, then what happens? Now you just criminalize a whole bunch of other things again. What? You did it. Just leave it alone. And is it a problem? I mean, is there evidence that having it legalized is creating a societal issue that needs to be addressed? Right? Is impaired driving becoming a real issue? If that's the case, well, then why don't you make alcohol illegal too?
I think they missed the opportunity. I think you can't go backwards now, right? So you missed the opportunity to make it a well thought out decision to legalize it.
Yeah.
they didn't really think through logistics of like operating a vehicle and how could you check to see if someone is too
Impaired,
intoxicated
right.
or too impaired.
Well, they relied
from
on
the use.
the Justice Department to figure it out, and in many cases, they've improved that.
Yeah.
They since improved it, but I still don't think there's accountability for people who are impaired
Right.
that should not be driving a vehicle because they haven't figured out how to measure that, right? So
Yeah.
you can't hold them accountable. But I think to go backwards at this stage, it's too late.
Mm-hmm.
But to enforce new laws, yeah, maybe, or restrictions, maybe.
So
No
when they
different
say-
than DUIs.
So when they say recreational marijuana, are they talking about all forms of it? The gummies, the tobacco, the plant.
The term they're
smoking?
using in the law is cannabis.
Okay, well then I guess that would be everything, right? Because there's
Yeah.
cannabis
So
gummies
what
and
worries me
such.
is I know very little. So the audience is probably going to laugh at me because I am not a user of any form of marijuana. I've been told I should. It would, I've been told by a
This
lot of
morning, in
people
fact. Would you hurry up?
it would dial me down a notch. But what worries me
Don't
is
ever let them dial you down a notch, kiddo, because as you age, you go slower
Naturally.
and you're going to end up right at the finish line in a perfect situation.
I think that what worries me is when I'm hearing people who are in my life that use it regularly. You know, a lot of the gummies, and supposedly there's like 3 or 4 different degrees of use for them. Some of them are to like actually just chill you out a little bit, kind of
Yeah.
like so you can operate whatever. Others are like the equivalent. It was described to me that they feel like they're melting into their couch and are relaxing
boy.
to the point of just, and I'm thinking to myself, how do you know who's taking what and who's behind a wheel? And I got to tell you, I'm on the highway a lot lately, and it used to be that you think you can tell if someone's been drinking and driving, like
Well,
by the
yeah, there were
erratic
telltale
driving.
signs.
Yeah.
There is just as many flags for me when I see someone who I think is high as a kite
Yeah.
doing like 40 miles an hour in a middle lane on a highway that is just as dangerous as someone who
Right.
might be under the influence of alcohol, speeding and going to a high speed lane and weaving in and out of traffic. So it's equally as dangerous to be too relaxed
Yeah.
as it is to be so there
Mm-hmm.
I think that needs to be addressed. So I don't know how you could go
I also think
pull
that
it all
there's-
out back.
If you're going to just chemically stimulate yourself every time you have stress in your life, then you're never going to learn how to cope with
I
stress.
would love to talk about that on a more bigger
God.
level. We have this conversation all the time in my house.
Yeah.
Because I have a college student, and fortunately we have a good relationship. So I'm not naive. I truly believe she has never used marijuana. But she was talking about the fact that there's so many kids in college, the vaping pens or whatever,
Yeah.
that are taking hits of weed because it's convenient, heading into class. And I'm
Right.
like, if you can't go into a class for an hour and listen to an
How
instructor,
you going to focus?
and you find
How
that
you gonna
either
work?
stressful or how can you
Right.
focus to take good notes? Yeah, then you're actually addicted for life. Like this is not something you have no coping ability,
No
Right.
coping, but that's
and
exactly.
and they're relying on something to. And I'm sure this is controversial. Good job,
Dave,
Dave.
way to go.
People listening, because I'm sure a lot of you are regular users for whatever reasons. A lot of people, especially with aches and pains these days, they're
Medical
using it for that reason.
conditions, sure.
But people using it for anxiety and stress, I worry about that.
Yeah.
Because you have to have some ability to also in your brain
Mm.
operate where you can talk yourself off a ledge
Right.
and manage your own stress internally without the use of an outside
I don't have to
tool
worry
like
about it.
weed.
I have an opinion on the matter. First of all, it goes back historically. When Denise and I were first married, it was 1974, Leroy Theater, Pawtucket. We went to see Sha Na Na, which was popular back then.
Bowser.
And we were newly married, and we would go some exercise and get out and do a few things. Tickets were cheap. We sat up way up in the back, and it was the last time we ever went to a concert together because everybody up there was smoking pot so thick. Did you ever get drunk on like highballs or something like that, and then you can't have that drink again for a
Yeah.
long time?
Yep.
It really bothers you.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right? Well, this was crazy. The smell of marijuana today
Brings you right
still
back there.
bothers me. I'll walk into Walmart or some other place like that, and somebody goes right by me, and I'm saying, "Oh,
Just wipe down
I
the street.
just don't like
Yeah.
the smell."
Yeah.
And so when I'm in a public park or at a beach or something else like that, and somebody's doing the stuff, I wish the heck they would do it somewhere else.
I agree.
So that bothers me. Although I hate to yuck somebody else's yum, I don't want you to be. If you want to have it and it's legal, you go right ahead. Be responsible. I'll go over here and live my life. You just take care of yourself over here. But when it then comes into my life and I have to withstand that smell again, it bothers me a lot.
Yeah.
Never did it myself. Although that night at the concert, you could argue that both Denise and I,
second hand.
right, you had to breathe.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was an hour and a half concert, but I've never experienced it like that before or since. But every time I smell it, I hate it. So I would love to see it not be legal. I was disappointed when it was legal. The primary reason for me not wanting to see marijuana legalized in Rhode Island or in Massachusetts is that when the state joins the United States of America, they agree when they are admitted to obey the federal laws as well as the laws that they do. And federal law, Massachusetts is, marijuana is still on the list of controlled substances.
Yes.
And so now they're breaking a federal law by making it legal in their states. I thought that was fundamentally and morally wrong. But now the news comes out just last week that they're introducing in Congress a law to legalize it, take it off the list of controlled substances federally. So I go back to what the first thing Tim Draper said was, genie's out of the bottle, ain't going to go backwards, ain't going to happen, right?
Yeah.
You said that, that's what you believe.
Yeah.
And I think with the federal law now possibly changing, you're not going to get the states to back off on it either.
No.
Right. So one of the interesting things that the challenge that presents, federal law versus state law, is that banking, exactly. You can't if you are a marijuana dispensary, let's say, and I think this law actually may have changed recently, so I'm not 100% sure I'm accurate on this, but at one point when we were talking about it, the credit union made a conscious decision, the board of directors, that they were not going to bank people who were in the business of marijuana. Even vendors of those businesses, we weren't going to bank because the board of directors was personally liable for any court challenges that came up because of that whole federal, you're not, if the federal government says no, then you're breaking a federal law. And there was a whole issue. It's been a whole issue for a while.
We got a federal franchise. We have a beautiful place up here in Woonsocket. Mayor was out there for the ribbon cutting, all the rest of this stuff. We couldn't go. We couldn't contribute to that. We don't even mention their name on the air because we have a federal franchise.
Yeah.
A license to operate the transmitters on the public airwaves. And if we get the feds ticked off at us, now we've got serious issues.
But the challenge with
all we have left is Woonie TV after that.
Right. Well, it's all right. It's all good. But the challenge with that is the people who need the banking services, right?
Yeah.
So when Colorado first did it, when Colorado
it
first did it, way back when, they were the trailblazers. Those people that were selling it and building their businesses on it had nowhere to put the money. They were literally stuffing cash in their mattresses in their houses, or they were buying real estate.
Right.
They were buying real estate with cash. They were buying tracts of land with cash. The fancy cars, the boats, whatever they could buy, whatever asset they could buy with cash.
Yeah.
That's what they were doing.
Yeah.
So there was no way to bank those folks. But it's definitely a prickly situation where you've got the federal law and the state law that are not in
If
jive.
you can't go back and change things at this point in the game, we talked about like parameters, boundaries surrounding maybe some new like restrictions, but I morally struggle. Going back to your Walmart example, we'll just use it because it's local. When you see a car full of kids getting out, and the wave of smoke is coming, I feel like in those instances, those are minors that are in a car against their will, in a sense, being exposed to that product.
With a mind-altering drug.
And I just, you were in the stands and you felt it, you could smell it, all the things. I've been in the same situation at concerts, and I don't care. Secondhand smoke, especially if it's weed, you feel a little something. There's a little something fuzzy happening. Kids that are exposed to that all the time, they don't deserve that. And that's a culture and an environment that they're being raised in, and I understand that that's the choice of the parents, but that should be looked upon. And maybe that's what they're starting the conversation for in Massachusetts, is to say, like, this was rolled out the wrong way, without enough safeguards in place, and we need to...
This is another in the continuing effort to reverse it. Because they've also had commission challenges, lawsuits, state's highest court, and they haven't gotten anywhere. So, okay, let's just change the laws, and we can do that with a ballot question. All right, we have to stop here because we have to take a second message from Navigant Credit Union, and then we will go to break.
All right, folks, we're going to ask for your help. This is a personal appeal for my foundation and for the foundation the credit union has, where we basically put money back out into the community in lots of different ways. But we're hosting our own golf tournament. I know Liz talked a little bit about hers. If you are interested in supporting the Navigant Credit Union Charitable Foundation and would like to help us out with our golf tournament, we're looking for folks who might want to purchase a tee sign for the golf tournament. And it's easy enough to do. You just go to our website on our homepage. There's a little click here button to purchase. You can use your credit card or debit card. And what we'll do is at the day of the golf tournament, we're going to put your name on a sign out there on the course as a proud sponsor of the Charitable Foundation. And we would love to have you participate at that level if you can, if you would like to. And again, if you want to do that, you can do that simply by clicking the link here on our homepage right at the top. And you can fill out the form there, and you can be a participant in our golf tournament. So thanks very much for your consideration. Appreciate it, and have a great day.
Thank you very much, Tim. We'll continue with our final segment. No further commercial interruptions on our Coffee and Show when we return.
Join the Coffee and Panel weekday mornings at 8 on ON Radio.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-9313. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-9313. That's 800-575-9313. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
We're delighted so many of you are enjoying our Levitt Amp concerts on radio and TV. But come to the park for your chance to win a 4-pack of tickets to Six Flags New England Amusement Park. To win, you must go to the Friday night concert. Take a picture of yourself having fun at the concert. Post that picture to your social media pages using the caption #MusicMoves. Then show your post to Amy at the merch tent during the concert. Everyone who does this will receive a chance in the drawing for the 4 Six Flag tickets each week. Winner announced on stage at the end of the concert. You don't need to be in the park for the drawing, but you must be in the park at some time during the concert to win the tickets to Six Flags, courtesy of ON Radio and TV.
We're always here for you, ON Radio.
All right, well, it's time for the lightning round now on our Coffee and program. We're going to hit a couple of topics here and not spend 15 minutes on each one and see what we can do. And we've selected them basically for our panelists who are here today because I think that they'll have opinions on the whole thing. EEOC. Does anybody remember the EEOC from back in the 60s?
Equal Employment Opportunity
Yes, there you go. When I was first in management here at the station, I sat at my desk, my very first desk that I ever had, and I was in charge of hiring people that went on the radio. And on the sign on the wall that in my office that was put there by my supervisors, it had a little thing in there: we will not discriminate, sexual, religious, all the rest of this sort of thing. We had a whole litany over there. And the last paragraph in the sign, this was printed by the National Association of Broadcasters for us at the direction of the federal government. However, we will give preference to all underrepresented groups. So this was the deal. We're not going to notice anything about your sex, religion, orientation, anything else like that. But we're going to give preference to everybody.
Who is those?
Well, the EEOC is voting to end the diversity reporting rule. So you might truly go before someone in a hiring situation and they might not have to notice legally whatever differentiates you from other humans.
So that's interesting. I never thought about it that way.
Yeah.
The EEOC forces you to make
didn't
the
know that.
determination without.
Well,
and then telling you
the
can't
sign
use
that
it.
I had on the wall, and I pointed out to people. It says, "See that sign over there? That means we don't discriminate. See the last paragraph means I have to."
That is interesting. I never thought about.
Well, I mean, there's more conversations surrounding even people like in hiring situations. Like, you get pre-screened now digitally. Everyone
Yep.
has to do like a digital application online for,
Right.
for most employers, and you are asked about all of those areas: your gender identity and your race and your ethnicity, and of course, there's an asterisk that says you do not need to disclose, but it would be encouraged of you to do so. And then it also adds, are you in need of a I don't think it comes right out. It's like
Accommodation?
green card, like if you're going
Oh,
to be
I see.
applying
Yeah. Oh,
for
yeah.
right, exactly. And so there's
Legally qualified.
legally qualifying, and I pause at that now, and you're like, whoa, this is like a whole new terrain now, because that just feels all of those questions feel like it's setting you up for possible discrimination.
Yeah.
And so it's turning almost reverse, and we're kind of going backwards a little bit. And I know my husband works in athletics. We've talked about this all the time, and so there's Title IX requirements, and he struggles
yeah.
all the time when it comes to who's the most appropriate fit. Yet what is our 40-60 balance in our
Yeah.
department, and do we have enough females, do we have enough different races, and do we have everything represented in
Right.
our office? And they have to constantly be mindful of that, and at the end of the day he may have to hire someone who's not as qualified because they have to check a box to maintain regulations for the NCAA.
Yeah.
So if all of that's going to start to change, I just don't know what's going to happen in our world either, because
Well-
then you might start having work environments be strictly white males again. I hate to say that, and
No,
being both
I mean that's a
white
that's
males,
a
but
legitimate concern.
is that going to start to happen again?
Yeah.
Not
well,
immediately, but
Yeah.
without
right.
trying.
Well, I've mentioned this to Tim before. I've mentioned it on the air before. When my father's mother passed away, she was a mate on a fishing boat. When my father's mother was working, she is the one who had a master carpenter's license, and she was the breadwinner for the family. I never got it from discrimination until I went out into the workplace in management and started seeing some of the shenanigans that were going on. Because in my family, it was who can best do the work does the work.
Right.
And that was bred to me from the time I could talk.
Yeah.
Yep.
So anyway, yeah, but now the EEOC, there's always going to be something wrong with the planet. As long as we make progress to try to keep changing things and trying to making them better, I suppose that's the best we can expect, right?
Yeah.
All right. Next one. You wouldn't want to be the Miami Heat social media director.
Why?
Did you see
hear
it?
about
I
that?
didn't.
No, I
I
haven't.
didn't. I can't wait.
They
good,
put
good
out
setup.
they put out a post a YouTube on their YouTube page, and it said LeBron James introductory press conference, July 27th, 2026. Be there.
They haven't announced that yet.
Another one?
They haven't decided yet, but the Heat jumped the gun,
Oh boy.
and James I haven't made my decision yet.
Yeah. Oh, it'd be great if he didn't go to Miami. That would be awesome. Just to spite him.
I'm so tired of the drama with him.
I know.
He
And
probably leaked that.
It was
Like,
drama.
honestly, this is-
There was drama when he was in high school, for crying out loud.
From our who can best do the work department, I looked at this and I said to myself, oh my goodness, is this 2026? I'm reading this from Minot, North Dakota. A woman from Texas is the winner of the North Dakota State Fair's Best Legs contest. Participants were judged on presentation, creativity, and patriotism. The panel of judges went through a thorough deliberation process before declaring Emma Sosteta of Austin, Texas, the winner. Who does not cringe at this story?
I think you know where I stand on this. I'm just,
On both legs, yes.
on both legs. Yep.
How I
There you go.
Holy
Yeah.
cow.
Timmy-
Are we
Yeah.
still
I'm-
having contests
I
like
just-
this? What is happening?
Yeah, welcome to North Dakota, South Dakota.
North Dakota.
Wow, welcome to the country. Welcome to
I love
the.
how
Well,
they try
let me
to
just-
disguise
Rural
the types
America.
of pageants with other. I can't.
Yeah, right.
We know why they won in the end. What are we talking about?
But yeah, but of course that was a different world too. I heard somebody on the Do You Remember program, which comes up next, by the way, mentioned that something I didn't know. On the black and white TV show Peter Gunn, we all heard of it.
Yep.
There's a theme song for it and everything. That there was a zoom in on Peter Gunn's secretary's legs, And it was actually Mary Tyler Moore as a model that they used for the legs on that TV show. And that was a trivia question or something I didn't know. And I thought about that, and then I see this the next day on the news clippings. All right, last thing. All right, is everybody? I hope nobody's having breakfast while I'm reading this, because this is disgusting. But I figure we'll end with something disgusting, and we can all just go pew and end the show, right? A man in Kansas City, Missouri, got stuck inside the bowl of a portable toilet for nearly 8 hours, all in an attempt to retrieve a bottle of Mountain Dew. That's a pop drink, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Joe Shelton, they actually released his name. Joe Shelton, with Patriot Portable Restrooms, says crews were doing routine pickup and cleaning of units after a World Cup watch party when they found one restroom locked with a guy inside who couldn't get out. The man reportedly told responders he had climbed in to recover a bottle of Mountain Dew soda pop dropped the night before.
Oh, so
Kansas
this
City.
is my.
Go ahead.
This is my vision.
Please tell us, Tim.
This is my vision. They finally open the door, and there's the guy's head in the bowl, right with the seat. Like he's just in the whole
Tell me
container.
his face isn't trying to retrieve the bottle. Like, what are you talking about?
I think he's in the container, trying to get the.
I think his hand is, but I hope his face isn't.
I think his whole body's in it. I think he climbed in it.
Here's the rest of the story, friends. The man reportedly told responders that he went in there after the Mountain Dew and stuff like that. Kansas City firefighters were called. Can you imagine getting that call? And eventually decided the only way to gain access and free the man was to cut the porta potty open to free him. They did so. He got out, and the fire department gave him an impromptu shower with a fire hose before sending him on his way.
Exactly
He was in it.
Yeah, that's exactly what I thought.
Can't.
And all I could picture is a guy's head popping out of the hole.
I can't even.
Yeah. Okay. Gave him a shower from the fire hose.
1.5 line. There we go.
Oh, there you
I
go.
will never criticize Joe's stories again. Dave, you get
You
the
win.
winning.
I got it.
the
You
win for
winning
disgusting.
Star.
All
Holy
righty.
cow.
Well, that's all the time we have for today. Melissa, I know you're disgusted, but thanks for being here with us.
No words. No words.
See you next week when Joe's here.
I think so.
You'll be relieved.
I'm pretty
You'll
sure.
be so relieved.
But I got to
can tell.
recover.
Yeah. There you go. Tim Draper.
Thanks, Dave, and everybody get out there and enjoy. Well, it's a cloudy but God-given day nonetheless.
It certainly is God-given, that's for sure. Jackie Boudreau, we appreciate all the years we spent with her. And I'll remind you, if you missed any portions of today's Coffee and program, pick it up on demand at woonsocketradio.com or at woonytv.com. I love this job. All right, we'll be back tomorrow with another Coffee and show. Stay tuned next for the news, the sports, and Gary Smith and the crew on the Do You Remember show. Make it a good day.
I just...
Broadcasting live and local daily from the